Hey everyone, so welcome to another episode of Roto's Questions. And today I want to talk to you about a very serious issue, and it's about fluoride. And I just really want to be clear that this video will not have anything to do with the debate on whether or not fluoride is actually good for you. To me, that is a moot point, and I'm sure everyone will agree with me once they see the logic presented in this video. So what do I want to talk about fluoride for then? My problem with fluoride being in our water supply is that fluoride is a drug or a chemical or poison, whatever you want to call it, and it's being put in our water without our consent. That is very key. It's being put in our water without our consent. That is the equivalent of us being drugged. There's no other way to see this. And if this was to happen in any other situation, people would be arrested and be doing some serious jail time. This is a very serious criminal offense and it should not be taken lightly. If I were to walk into your house and put some kind of chemical or drug into your water, I would be arrested and imprisoned. How is this any different? Or if you were to come over to my house and I gave you some water that had some unknown substance in it, and then you found out, I would also be arrested and imprisoned. So again, how is this any different? So why are we letting people get away with this? Why has no one been arrested? Why aren't the people outraged? Why? And ironically, the answer to all these questions could very well be because of the side effects of fluoride. And let's be serious for a moment here that let's not kid ourselves that every single drug or chemical or whatever you want to call it has a side effect. That is a fact. Anything from penicillin to Advil to alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, cocaine, heroin, every single thing has a side effect. And fluoride is no different. Fluoride has side effects. I'm not going to talk about that here though. I also believe this is being allowed to happen because it's being done by our government. Not only by them, but they're one of the key players in this issue. People have been raised to think that our government has our best interest at hand and that they would never do anything to harm us. Also, people are okay with it because of the myth that fluoride is good for our teeth and helps prevent cavities. Nobody questions these myths about our health or our government. People just assume that what is being done is right, and quite frankly, most people are just too damn busy working and paying bills trying to survive. They don't have time to try and educate themselves on the issue of fluoride and other issues. And there's also plenty of distractions out there to occupy the little free time that we do have. Sports, reality TV, and other things like that. Like award shows and just the list could go on forever about all the distractions that these people put out there so that we don't try and think about key issues and we don't try and change our world for the better. So what can we do about this problem, you may be thinking? What are the solutions? How do we solve this problem? So some of the solutions I have come up with are, number one, you can write to the mayor and tell them that you don't appreciate being drugged without your consent. Let them know that what's being done is illegal and that you won't stand for it. You want someone to be arrested and you want people to be held accountable for these crimes. These are very serious crimes. So let the mayor know. Also, you could write to your counselors and let them know as well. So here in the city of Edmonton, where we are being drugged, there's 2 counselors for each ward in the city of Edmonton. So just right there on the municipal level, there's 3 people, bare minimum, that you can write to and let them know about these crimes that are being committed and that you want something to be done about it. Another thing you can do is write to the chief of police in Edmonton and write to the RCMP as well. Let them know that a crime is being committed and that you want them to investigate. You want them to do something about it. That's their damn job. They're always on TV telling us that drugs are bad and all this stuff about drugs. Drugs are illegal and all this. Even talking about GHB, the date rape drug, and how they're always busting people with all this. And yet they're letting people poison our water supply. How is this any different? To me, there's no difference here. We're being drugged and the police are standing idly by and just watching this happen. So let the police know, let the RCMP know that you don't want this to happen. You want people to be arrested if they're not going to stop. Another thing you can do is write to the media stations and let them know about these crimes. Let them know that you're not happy. I doubt any of them are going to air any of this or even care because, let's face it, they're owned by the same people that are doing this to our water supply. It's worth a shot though. You never know. Maybe you'll find some reporter that actually likes to report about the truth. You never know. It's worth a shot. And also, if none of them do anything about it, just keep on going higher. You know, there's the Alberta legislator. You can write to your MLAs or to the premier. You can keep going even higher than that. You can go to Parliament, you know, write to your MPs, write to Justin Trudeau. Let them know about these crimes that are being committed against the Canadian people. Let them know that you won't stand for it. And finally, probably the easiest solution to all of this is just filter your damn water. There's plenty of filters out there that will get fluoride out of your water. I mean, if the police aren't going to do anything, if the government's not going to do anything, it's very simple to just filter your own water and get clean and safe water for you and your family and your loved ones. So you might ask, what are the consequences if we don't remove fluoride from our water? That's a very good question, and some of those consequences are that we'll be showing the people that government and private corporations such as EPCOR are above the law. You know, we'll be showing that not all people are created equal. We'll be showing that our children that jugging people is okay as long as you're doing it with their best interest at hand. And also, in my opinion, our health will continue to deteriorate and we will lack the motivation and will to live fulfilled lives. So like I said before, every drug has a side effect. That is fact. And fluoride is not the exception to the rule. Okay, so what would happen if we do succeed in removing fluoride from our water supply? You know, we'll be teaching our children and society a very important lesson. We will show them that anything is possible when the people come together and stand up for what is right. We will be healthier, and more importantly, we'll have freedom of choice. And that's the choice to not have drugs be put into our water. So the way I see it, we need to take fluoride out of the water supply. And for those that believe it's beneficial, then just allow them to go to the store and purchase it on their own and add it to their own personal water supply. That way, everybody's happy and it's a win-win situation. Where's the harm in that? So in the end, I just want to reiterate that this procedure of adding fluoride to our water is the equivalent of drugging the masses, and it's very illegal. It's no different than me going to your house and putting drugs in your water and then giving it to you. Why aren't people being arrested? So the future lies in your hands. Your health lies in your hands. The future and health of your children lie in your hands. What will you do about it? So until next time, everyone, thanks for tuning in, and make sure to stay free physically, mentally, and spiritually.